everybody, welcome to Healing with Love. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we've got a 9-9 gateway reading. So this is going to be a timeless reading. Whenever you land on it is when you're meant to receive it. And so this energy is what is coming through this 9-9 portal, moving into the 10-10 portal that's coming up next month. I've been getting 10-10 a lot. So, to me, the number 10 is all about transformation. It's about, the phoenix rising from the ashes, a complete transformation. So the 9 is the ending of a cycle. The 9 is, from chaos comes clarity. You've gone through a tremendous amount of this, and now we're moving out of that. We're closing out a cycle, I'm seeing. It's the transformation. And 9 is in numerology, is the humanitarian. So moving from this space of, me, to we. So we're going to be discussing 9. In numerology, it is also, not just in numerology, mathematic-wise, every number is connected to the number 9. So 9 is every number, and every number is 9. And it's just fascinating, and it is the last number in the 369 combo. So it's a very creative number. So I'm seeing a lot of creativity coming through. A lot of, what is this? Humanitarian creative projects, right? Not just projects for yourself, like to please yourself, but projects that will help humanity in some way. So I'm seeing that as well. The freedom of creation, magic, what you're passionate about, right? Okay, so before we get into the reading, I'm going to discuss the songs. All right, so 9-9 is 18. I chose 18 cards, and 18, it was going to be 18 rows, 18 selections. Something about the number 18 has been popping through a lot as well, so I wanted to include that, even though a couple doubles came out, so making it a nice 20. We're going to start with the first song. The first song that came through was Paper Cut by Incubus. And it's interesting. I literally was just talking about this song to my friend Samantha, and here it is. It was the first song that came through. So it wants to come through. And it's about a diary. It's about a journal. Somebody reading somebody's private thoughts that weren't meant to be shared or read by anybody. All right? The same with a laptop, I guess, like a journal or a laptop, right? No, if you pass away, people want to know what your private thoughts were. People want to know these things. But if they weren't shared to a large audience, I don't think they were meant to be shared, right? I don't think they were meant for the eyes of another person. And it's a violation of privacy. I remember I was staying with somebody, and I had brought my journals. And while I was away, this person went through all my journals and read my stuff. And, it was personal and private stuff that are from, that's my mind going, it's my safe haven. And I think a journal and a diary is a safe haven for a person. They can write the things that they feel and, and not have to worry about somebody reading their stuff. But I guess if it wasn't meant to be read, it shouldn't be written down, right? Some would say. But anyways, that's what the song is about. It's about journal. It's about a journal. It's about a diary. It's about the fear of maybe somebody reading what you're writing. So a lot of people might not write in a journal because they are afraid that somebody might read their journal and their personal thoughts. But it's about letting go of that fear. Just let the fear go. Paper Cuts. And it's interesting. The album it's on the album Trust Fall. Trust Fall. A diary, a journal. Falling. What is a trust fall? That is taking a leap of faith and knowing that the universe will catch you. The next one, number 2, was Shake Me by Cinderella. Cinderella's been coming through a lot. I only have 3 Cinderella songs maybe in my playlist of over 1,500 songs. So for Cinderella to come through again, this is the 3rd time. It's very interesting. So, the story of Cinderella, we were discussing this in the last reading, because Cinderella came through in the last one. The story of Cinderella is she loses her slipper, and the prince is trying to find her. Like, where is she? I've got, you know, this slipper only fits her. But it's also about the fairy godmother granting the wish, right? So wishes being granted. And shake me. And I'm seeing a Polaroid. I'm seeing a Polaroid picture. Like, shake it like a Polaroid picture. I'm seeing Polaroid pictures. I'm seeing a booty call, because I know the song in itself is about a booty call, or like, you know, a confidential booty call, so to speak. But I'm also seeing ashes. Lots of ashes. Okay, number 2. So moving on to number 3. True by Spandau Ballet. I want the truth to be said. I found a ticket to the world, but now I'll come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. This much is true. This much is true. So interesting about why do I find it hard to write the next line? That's popping up because a journal, maybe a poetry journal, trying to write about somebody and having a hard time writing about them, right? I'm also seeing music, so maybe like writing a music song, you know. But I want the truth to be said. The truth will set you free. I'm hearing freedom, because we got the freedom card over here. So I'm seeing the truth and more freedom over here. There's like 4 different freedom cards here, 5 different freedom cards here. So I'm seeing freedom coming. Yeah, true, the truth. And sometimes the truth can hurt like a paper cut, right? Sometimes you read something that you weren't supposed to read, and it can be hurtful. It can hurt like a paper cut. You know how they say curiosity killed the cat, right? But then something else brought it back. I know that's the saying, like curiosity killed the cat, and people stop there. But no, they say curiosity killed the cat, and then something else brought it back. Knowledge or the wisdom, right? It brought it back. So I'm getting that saying. Okay, so number 4. Love this song by Warren Zevon. Keep me in your heart for a while. Keep me in your heart for a while. When you're doing simple things around the house, keep me in your heart for a while. Just because I leave doesn't mean I love you any less. I'm tied to you like the buttons on your blouse. So keep me in your heart. That can mean so many things. Mainly when I hear that song, it's about somebody who passed away, and they want you to know that they're always in your heart, type of energy. Even when you break up with somebody, you know, a little part of you is still have them in your heart, because you know, love is love, right? And just because it doesn't work out, you know, there's a lot of reasons why relationships don't work out. Sometimes it's a chemical reaction or chemistry, right? Sometimes it's like you no longer are on the same frequency. So sometimes, like, if somebody is evolving and the another person's not, they kind of like, it's almost like they vibrate away from each other. Because you know, where before they were meeting and they're here, and now one of them is vibrating up, or one of them's vibrating down, and so once that movement happens, they're like, oh, and they vibrate away from each other. So I'm getting that vibration, like it's okay to let people go. Keep them in your heart and move on. Forgiveness, right? Forgiveness. There's a lot of forgiveness here. Okay, so the next song was number 5, West Side by the Kooks. We can settle down, start a family. You're my best friend, and you're so good to me. I was living on the west side when you brought me south. And it says, this is love song number 23. So love song number 23, once again, goes with the music aspect. So writing a song. See, writing a song. Love song number 23. Like, how many love songs have been written already about this muse? I'm seeing a muse. Okay, number 23 as well. Love song number 23. So the number 5. And what's interesting, we got 23 here and 32. We got 23 here. So the number 23 might be significant. For somebody, we got 23 here, 2 and 3. A lot of 23, which is also the number 5. So freedom. So we are having a lot of freedom. It's time for that freedom. It's time to break free from relationships, environments, people. Transition is the final card over here. Okay. I was living on the west side. Okay, number 6 and number 5. Oh my God. And it's about freedom. So the number 5 plus it was number 5. So we have a double 5. So you might be seeing 555 a lot. 555. Transformation, freedom, adventure, balance, new beginning. Okay, the next song is number 6, Baby I'm a Star by Prince. Might not know it now. Baby, I'm a star. Whoa. I ain't gonna stop till I reach the top, saying we are a star. Okay, so Prince, so that song is about you're a star. I'm a star. You're a star. Reaching for the stars. You don't have to reach for the stars if you're already a star, right? So I'm seeing a manifestation here. I'm seeing learning how to manifest the proper way, right? I see a lot of readers that say, you know, they say, tell the universe what you want. I want this. I want that. But that's telling the universe that you don't have it already. It's kind of like a weird way of speaking things into existence. And in order for it to manifest instantly is believing it's already in your world, right? So you don't say, I want money. You say, I'm wealthy. You don't say you want freedom. You say, I am free. Or you can say we, because, you know, all of us as a collective, you know, we are all free. We are all wealthy. We are all whatever we want to be. We are all creative. We are all stars. We are lighting up the darkness in the night sky. I love Prince. So a lot of purple coming through as well. Look at a trifecta right here of purple. So I'm seeing the crown chakra and the third eye opening up, so definitely seeing a lot of purple, and I'm seeing symbols. So what's interesting here is with the Pachamama deck, the sacred geometry dodalism, there's a lot of symbols here. So whenever I think of Prince, I always think of that when he changed his name to a symbol, right? Because a symbol is like a vibratory frequency. And a symbol is like an imprint on the DNA subconscious mind. So you can see a symbol from past lives, you know, past, present, future. You can see a symbol, and that symbol will ignite something in you, a remembrance, a trigger. It'll trigger a remembrance. So definitely seeing symbols, a lot of symbols. There's a great book called The Book of Symbols. I'll link it down below. And highly recommend it if you're starting to get into the meaning of symbols. You can always give it your own meaning, but it's nice to know like other meanings, and this is a wealth of knowledge that goes in your brain, right? Anytime you learn something, you carry it with you. So, Baby, I'm a Star. Whoa. Number 7, Crawling in the Dark by Hoobastank. And what's interesting is, if you know the band Hoobastank, they have this logo, and it looks like an infinity symbol, an 8 on its side. An 8 falling on its side. 8 falling on its side. Interesting. Okay, I've been crawling in the dark, looking for the answers. Show me what it's for, make me understand it. Once again, symbolism is understanding the meaning of symbols, numbers, etc. Repeating symbols, repeating messages, repeating signs. I'm also seeing crawling in the dark, looking for answers, looking for something, right? You're looking for something and you don't know where to look. And it's almost like you're crawling in the dark. So what do? Feel with your heart. Feel. And what's interesting, so let's take a blind person, for example, right? They don't see, they can't see anything. A lot of them get around with a tool, you know, a cane or a seeing eye dog. A lot of them use echo sounding, where and they can find something by sounding their way through. A lot of sea animals do this as well. So I'm seeing like looking for something in the dark, crawling in the dark. Okay, oh yeah, so the next song, moving on, let's spend a little time on that one. Patience by Guns N' Roses. I wrote a note next to it and I cannot even read my own spelling. Ooh, Marcy. Just a little patience, yeah. Maybe you're looking for something and this is asking you to be patient. Or maybe you're wanting something and this is asking you just to be patient. You're learning the art of patience right now. I've been walking the streets at night, just trying to get it right. It's hard to see with so many around. You know I don't like being stuck in a crowd. 'Cause I need you. Whistling! Ooh, and I need... Whistling. Oh, wow, okay. So... I was just talking about blind person and echo toning, and now we're to whistling. So sounding, chanting, whistling. I'm hearing, like, because the song whistles, so I'm hearing a whistle. Maybe like a teapot whistling? I don't know. Whistling. Whistle while you work. Okay, and so Guns N' Roses. Guns and Roses. I'm seeing a lot of roses. A lot of rose imagery has been popping up a lot. So roses, representing, you know, Mother Mary. A lot of people, when they meditate, if they have reached that crown chakra, they will start smelling flowers and roses in their meditation. The next song, oh, this is crazy. So I actually recorded when this happened. I will probably link it in a separate video because I don't want to get the copyright strike. But the song was Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Again, if you guys watched my last reading, which was a very long reading, so probably a lot of people didn't get to watch it. So this is the lyrics. I can light no more of your darkness. All my pictures seem to fade to black and white. I'm growing tired. The time stands still before me, frozen here on the ladder of my life. Too late to save myself from falling. I took a chance and changed your way of life, but you misread my meaning when I met you. Closed the door and left me blinded by the light. Don't let the sun go down on me. Although I search myself, it's always someone else I see. I just allow a fragment of your life to wander free. But losing everything is like the sun going down on me. But these cuts I have, they need love to help them heal. Oh my God, paper cuts, you guys. It's like, it just went in a circle. Wow, guys, wow. So Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me by George Michael and Elton John. To wander free, losing everything. It's like the sun going down on me. Okay, so then let's move on to finally number 10. I was gonna do the 9, but then something about the 10-10 kept popping up, so I did 10, like last time. Light reflects from your shadow. And so it's 10-10. Angels was a song 10-10 that came through, guys. I was like blown away. And the album is Coexist. So I'm seeing coexisting with others, having compassion for others, coexisting. Well, you know, it's not us against them. We all coexist. We all live together. It's just ridiculous. These fighting, these like race wars and like, oh, Frankie just like started playing with this cat toy that's going to be making noise for a bit. Anyway, light reflects from your shadow. And you can't shut it off. It's just going to keep doing that. Maybe I can like shut it in here. Stuck it in my fridge. Okay, sorry guys. Well, okay, so what's interesting is the song Crawling in the Dark, Don't Let the Sun, and Angels all have the same meaning, the same thing about the light in the darkness. Light reflects from your shadow. It is more than I thought should exist. You move through the room like breathing was easy. If someone believed me, they would be as in love with you as I am. They would be as in love with you as I am. And every day I'm learning about you, the things that no one else sees. And the end comes too soon, like dreaming of angels and leaving without them. And with words unspoken, a silent devotion, I know you know what I mean. And the end is unknown, but I think I'm ready, as long as you're with me. Beautiful ending to this. The song itself, to me, is like seeing somebody for who they really are. Seeing the depth of them and just loving them unconditionally. So I'm seeing unconditional love. Light reflects from your shadow. It's more than I thought could exist. So when a person is of a higher vibration, it's almost like it's a glow that surrounds them. So you will meet a lot of these people in your life. These people that are just almost angels on earth. I'm hearing that song as like an angel on earth. And you meet them and they have this vibration and it draws you near because you feel this warmth and you feel this compassion. And look in the mirror, because that's you, right? Everybody always talks about the law of attraction. You attract what you are. And in some cases, yes, I don't really actually believe that, because I know that many times, and maybe it's you attract the core essence of who you are, right? Because I know a lot of empaths, they will attract narcissists, right? And maybe sometimes the empath doesn't realize that they see a little bit of that narcissism is inside themselves. So it's interesting. But even in my lowest points, when I've been negative and negative and negative and I've been at my lowest, I've still attracted great things into my life. So I've been guided to let go of this whole law of attraction thing in the way that people perceive it, because it's a limited belief system. You create your reality, and what you believe is what you get, right? I don't know why I was guided to say that, but I was, and now I have no idea what I just said. Okay, so let's start with, those were the songs. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me make sure that my video is on. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's start. We're going to start with card number 1, the Ace of Air. So, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So immediately we got 1, 1, 1. So I'm seeing a 1, 1, 1 here in this row. I'm seeing new beginnings happening. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations. The igniting of a passion. Finding your tribe, right? Ace of Air. And you will be playing a different role. Oh, very interesting. And look there's the sun. It's like the sun going down on me. Hat. Wearing different hats, right? Maybe you already wear different hats. So yeah, the suit of air is this is actually swords. Swords. So more swords. Ace of Air is Ace of Swords. New ideas now take flight. Expect great inspiration to come, possibly from an event or situation that had previously troubled you. Now you see the opportunity to create something amazing, and you're full of excitement. Focus your thoughts on your long-term goals and create a plan of action. You now see the truth of the situation. Yes, a lot of truth. Confusion is gone and clarity has taken its place. Your new understanding replaces previous misconceptions. Now you're ready to move forward. So it was a challenging beginning. It's turning a negative into a positive. A brilliant intellectual solution. So turning a negative to a positive. So immediately down here, we've got these 3 cards are all cohesive here. No conditions aren't favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help guide and comfort you. So this was like what I was talking about, the challenging beginning, right? Conditions aren't favorable right now. If you look at the world right now, the conditions outside in the world are not favorable, but the conditions within you are, because we got the Omega Victory card and we got the 1111 Gateway card right below that. So this is a time for you to walk through any portal, any gateway that's opening, any opportunity. But listen to your intuition and your heart and your gut, everything in unison. And that'll guide you to the right decision, right? I'm seeing a breath of fresh air, Ace of Air, a new breath of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you get that, like, epiphany feeling? Like, you had that moment and you're just like, yeah, oh, yeah, okay, I want to move forward in this direction. I'm hearing that getting that energy. Okay, so Ace of Air. Moving on to the Ark of the Covenant. So immediately, when I think of the Ark of the Covenant, so immediately, and sorry guys, I talk fast. I've just always been I always talk fast since I was a little girl. When I used to be in school, if kids were reading from a book, like, you know how they go around the room and be like, so-and-so, you read paragraph, da-da-da-da. And that kid would be like, dog. I would, in my head, be screaming. Like, oh my God, a dog jumped over the fence. Like, spit it out. Anywho, so I'm seeing the flame right here. Look at the flame is keeping them warm. So I'm seeing that internal flame. I'm hearing that song from the Bangles. Close your eyes, give me your hand, darling. Do you feel my heart beating? Because like we have two flames. There's one inside and one outside, keeping them warm. So they're definitely, there's a lot of flames. Like at each of the little campsites has its own little flame. And over here, I'm seeing what looks like a hawk, so a higher perspective. So the night is being illuminated and you're having a higher perspective on things. And 11 is the portal and it's the gateway. It's all about inspiring leadership, so leading the way. We got Ace over here, which is all about new beginnings and leadership as well. So an intuition, following your intuition. And look at more swords. There's swords there, swords there. So I'm seeing a lot of swords. And this card, even though it says, you know, I don't like to, sometimes I read the bottom, sometimes I don't. In this case, I'm not guided to. I'm seeing the claw. It says, be careful, do not take risks. So I'm seeing this to mean the claw. I'm seeing like when somebody's playing that claw machine game. So like the claw machine game, winning a lot of stuff in the claw machine game. I'm seeing teeth, like pulling teeth. Maybe like trying to get through to somebody is like pulling teeth. So don't. Okay, so the stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It also can show successfully working with professionals, such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract. Facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contribution to the world. Yes, your karma does not rule you. You rule it. Yes, I said this in the last reading. When the work becomes too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work with those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Don't let yourself get pulled into emotional drama. Yes! Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work towards your highest purpose. To uphold the sacred covenant, you have to touch the world with your light. What is the covenant? People have always been looking for the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail. People have been looking for it. It has a lot of wisdom and knowledge in it. And it's missing. And people have been trying to find it for ages. But they don't realize that that is inside of them. If you take some quiet moments, all this wisdom and knowledge just comes streaming through your crown chakra. You tap into the Akashic records of all that is. Right? It's like you are the Ark of the Covenant. So, and that talks about when it says be careful, don't take risks. And this talks about I'm seeing it as like getting involved and pulled into other people's emotional drama. Other people's drama. Like people are having fights with this and that person and this person. And don't get involved in their drama. Their drama is their karma. And all they have to do to let go of that karma is just to not play into the drama. Right? So, that's that. Let go of the drama. I'm hearing save the drama for your mama. Cause losing everything is like the sun going down. Okay, so the next card. We had we were talking about desire or desire. I'm seeing it as desire. What you desire is victory, and you will have victory. Your desire, oh my gosh, look at that. So if we just do like that, desire, victory, your desire is coming to fruition. Keep up the good work. And look at the unicorn. And anytime I see the unicorn, that's third eye chakra energy. The Alpha and Omega, the God. I was talking about the 0 in the beginning with the 10-10. The 0 always represents a circle of trust. It represents the angels, the God, right? And staying in the circle. And like, he's like up, like on his hind legs, Omega. And she lives by the water. So maybe you've been wanting to live by the water or move to the water. Either way, I'm seeing victory. So victory and desire, what you desire. Okay. I can't get that song out of my head. It's like the sun going down. Okay, so I brought out peacock ore because this had a lot of peacock eyes. You see clearly, clairvoyance. OMG. Wasn't I just talking about that over here with the Ark of the Covenant? Seeing through the third eye and seeing through the crown with the Akashic records and being able to see the truth. So you're seeing clearly, clairvoyance. I'm hearing slow down. So I'm going to slow down. Usually I try to like speed things up so the readings aren't so long, but the person that's meant to watch this reading is going to be patient. So dealings or relationship with an older man. So this can be an older man as in like an old man, or this can be like somebody who's just a couple years older than you, or just somebody who would be considered an older man to anybody, right? Let's say if a person's 20 years old, somebody who's 30 would be considered an older man. So it can only be maybe like a couple years older. Anywho, your clairvoyant ability is being enhanced by the winged seer. So what's interesting is the peacock is also represents Lakshmi, and we got Lakshmi over here, so I'm seeing a lot of Lakshmi energy. Lakshmi. You may be able to tune in and remote view, almost be able to see behind doors and into rooms, and receive images that let you know that's what someone is doing without you actually being there at the time. And all of these experiences will either empower you or scare you. You have asked for more information. Asked to discover what you need to know. Now that the information has come to you, you must be courageous and take action based on what you cannot logically explain. It is important now more than ever to be honest about what you can see, but most of all, to be honest with your own self. Okay, so I'm going to talk about remote viewing real quick. If you've never experienced remote viewing, it's a very, at first it's a very scary experience. If you've ever watched The Matrix, I always bring this up because that's kind of like how it is. I don't know how whoever wrote The Matrix has experienced all these things as well. When I remember, this was back in 2010, 2009, 2010. The first time I experienced remote viewing was actually back in 2003. I used to practice a lot of remote viewing back then. But 2010, I literally was able to see with my eyes closed. Everything around, and when I closed my eyes, it was like, it almost looked like a negative, like when you're seeing a negative film from a camera, it looked like that, where everything was kind of dark but everything had a glow around it. So that was also like seeing remote viewing, and also it's being able to close your eyes and tap into a location or a person or whatever, and seeing where they are. I've done that before. I've remote viewed a person's location. So all these things are possible. A lot of people don't believe in this stuff, but if you look into these are actual programs that exist. So I'm seeing remote viewing, being able to locate items via remote viewing and find out where they are. So if you've been missing something, maybe somebody's going to remote view and find it for you, or maybe you're going to remote view and find it. I do that a lot as well when I'm like losing things around the house. I kind of like sit and see what the energy draws me to, what images pop in my head. And I'm seeing peacocks as well. I'm seeing celebration of life, which is very interesting because I got a lot of celebration of life energy over here. So celebration of life. And it's the number 3, which is all about communication, creativity. All eyes on you. All eyes on, I'm hearing that Tupac song, all eyes on me. All right, so very interesting. And you know, it's also about, it says, as so many people hide the truth, even from themselves, it can be hard to receive a visit from me because I will help you see when someone is camouflaging and half-telling truths. And you will also have insights that seem to come from supernatural sources. It is as if you have changed sight. You can see further, higher, more deeply within. You will experience flashes of the future and sudden understanding of the past, and you will be able to foretell likely outcomes. I am the Eye of Ra, recreating your future, and the Andrinka, the protective eye that watches over you while you sleep. And if you follow through on what you now clearly see, there will be illumination, victory, and wisdom. Trust the sacred sight. Oh my gosh, guys. So I'm seeing the Eye of Ra. I'm seeing the all-seeing eye. Foresight. I'm seeing foresight. Seeing things before they happen. I'm seeing it. And victory. I'm seeing victory, guys. There it is twice. Twice. I love that. I love it. Something about an older man. An older man. Seeing something about an older man. And a hat. Okay, moving on to Artemis. I love Artemis. So here we go. Look at that. XXX is all over the chest. Somebody's ex, an older man. Interesting. Artemis. So look at, we've got the stag horns. Always represents the divine masculine for me, but Artemis, you know, she's got her arrow. And she can easily point it in the direction and shoot somebody, but she doesn't. She just uses it as a talisman for strength and protection, right? And look at, she's naked. So she's free. She doesn't have these worldly things bogging her down. She can be free. So Artemis of the forest, now you are independent and free. And it's number 32, which is, they've got the number 3 up here. So 3 to me is all about creativity, right? Communication. And 2 is about love, peace, harmony. It's also about patience. So being patient. You will be free. You are free. You are now independent and free. It might not seem like it with what's going on around the world, but I'm seeing like the remote viewing, the astral travel, and all that stuff. It's like you can be anywhere just by closing your eyes. And I look at doe, a deer, a female deer, ray, a drop of golden sun. Artemis. I love Artemis. She is the twin flame of Apollo, if I'm not mistaken, or the twin sister of Apollo. But celebration, fun, enjoyment. Look at, so this, I was seeing celebration here. So this row was a lot of celebration, celebrating a person that has passed away, because we got the Lady de la Muerte here, or Dia de los Muertos. Maybe because it's coming up. Put that over here. The tankard. Dragon energy. I'm getting dragon energy. So this is the time for you to go into some kind of wilderness and wild. Okay, so she's depicted here with the great Celtic god Cernunnos, the king stag, Artemis's perfect counterpart, and she is cared for after the time of fierce independence. She's a fearless goddess, gentle when necessary, comforting when it is merited. Do so with honor when hunting. Eat what you have grown and create your own meals. That's interesting. So I always say, like, you know, like vegetarians, they eat vegetarians. They eat vegetarians. Vegetarians eat vegetables, and vegans, they don't have any animal products, right? And people that eat meat, I always tell people, when they eat meat, just honor your meal, no matter what you're eating. Honor it, bless it, say thank you. I don't know why that's coming up. Remember, too, that when you find independence, that is when the great god, the King's dad, Cernunnos, will come to you. OMG, you need to get out of a current situation to draw in these soulmates and these soul experiences. It's time for you to transition. I get it. I get it. So, Cernunnos will come to you because the positive masculine will be drawn to you, as you have no desire to exploit him or trap him. You will then know a good father, a true man, a wild and intense boyfriend, a caretaker, and a gentleman. And another will care for you for a while. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. So, you've probably been, independent, and now it's like you don't want another person to come in. Maybe you've been hermiting for a while, and you're just like, But your intentions are good, and your intentions are pure, and those good intentions and that purity will draw in these soulmates and these soul families into your life, right? I'm seeing it's like letting go of the past, your exes and relationships, friendships, right? But also letting go of the past. You are transforming. You are no longer this person that you were in the past. You are this new person. You need to let go of who you thought you were and who people thought you were. I always say, a person in high school, if they met me now, I am not that person anymore. They have to get to know me all over again. And even some of my memories have shifted. And that's as your crown chakra opens up. All these memories that are no longer serving you, or they're no longer useful to your journey, it's almost like they're wiped away. And it's almost like, if you think about the space-time continuum, I'm seeing the space-time continuum, I'm seeing time travel type of thing, where you go and you change things. So whatever you're changing yourself now, it changes things in the past. Things change throughout all time and space, like a ripple. Like I always say, you cast a stone and it just ripples out into a wave of the universe, right? So it's time for you to be out on your own. The universe, it's going to guide you and it's going to protect you. You are protected. I think that's the thing. A lot of people are afraid of going on their own because they're afraid of, maybe failing, or they're afraid of making the wrong decision. But I promise you, there is no wrong decision. Every decision will lead you to something great and amazing, even if it's just an epiphany, even if it's just an experience that you needed to have. So don't be afraid. Okay, moving on. Love it. More roses, guys. The Catarina. I love it. So here's a fan. You have a big fan. Maybe you're a big fan of something, or somebody's a big fan of you, but I'm seeing a big fan here. I'm seeing the roses, very passionate. Whenever I see the roses, I think of the twin flame. So maybe your twin flame is your fan. Your twin flame is your fan, or you're a fan of your twin flame. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get to the message. The Lady of Muertos, acceptance and equality. And look at more roses. Oh my God, marriage. Look at that. Look at the rings, the circle of trust, the ring of trust. Are all those roses. Marriage, the marriage of the sun and moon. I'm seeing the marriage of the sun and moon, which is the marriage of the masculine and the feminine, coming together to create the Holy Trinity, coming together so that third eye awakening. So, the original motto for the flamboyant Lady of Death can be traced back to the ancient Aztec goddess Mictecuatl. Mictecuatl. As time went on, the figure... I butchered that. That's okay. Here, I'll tell you what it says. Mictecuatl. As time went on, the figure remained balanced between beauty and horror, and morphed into the Lady of the Dead, and eventually into the more modern graphic figure of Catrina. It is also reported that the identity of the original Catrina was based on women who were very rich and had everything they wanted in this life. Yet, death takes everyone equally. So it was a reminder that no matter how beautiful, rich, popular, or famous you were, in the end, death is going to take you as well. Which is interesting because over here I'm getting the energy of dying young, right? I'm seeing cherry blossoms. And cherry blossoms, they're beautiful and they're admired, but they die very quickly and young. The Mexican culture has a long-standing history of laughing at death and seeing it as just another aspect of life. In some ways, death is the last taboo in many Western cultures. We tend to hide away our dying, and some of us may never even see the body of someone who has passed in our whole lives. But this was a much more common occurrence in the past. Acknowledging that death is a natural process that will enter everyone's life at some time, and that perhaps until then we can choose to be life-affirming, takes away much of the fear. Take a light approach to the situation initially, and it may work out better. If you're holding on to something that does not serve you any longer, in particular material things, simplify it and let it go. Yes, there's an old saying of Native American, I'm not sure which tribe, but when a person dies, they take all their things and they burn it. So that way there is no attachment to the living, for the living to attach to that stuff, and that allows the spirit to be free. So beautiful. And it's interesting because Day of the Dead is coming up soon, November 1st and 2nd. November 1st is some say November 1st, November 2nd. But yeah, Dia de los Muertos. A big fan. I'm a big fan. You're a big fan. Fanning things, fanning the flame. Well, you know, you also use a fan to fan a flame. And look at Artemis. She has lights of fire, and the fire over here, so fanning the flame. Fanning the flame. Wind. Okay, moving on. Love it. So fire guardian. What's interesting, I'm seeing wind and fire. So there's a lot of fires going on right now. I have been seeing the symbol of the fire for a while. I actually saw it in something else earlier as well. This symbol, the triangle symbol. Look at those wings. I'm seeing ignite your passion. I'm also seeing Reiki energy, healing. I'm seeing fire guardian as a firefighter as well. So, and look at fly, right? So there was a period of maybe ill health or depression, and so this is talking about burning that away. And now your passions are being ignited and you're transforming. You're having compassion for yourself and others. And I'm hearing fly. I just want to fly. You're ready to fly. You're ready to fly. Connect with your desires. The sparks could lead to something beautiful. The fire guardian represents the angels of fire. Fire is an energy that many people are afraid of, but shouldn't be. Burning desires can lead to great expansion. Allow the fire guardian to help awaken a wilder side of yourself and burn away any fear or shame that stands between you and your desires. When this card appears, you're reminded that passion is powerful and absolutely encouraged by spirit. Oh my God, I see how she's naked. She doesn't have no shame. She's not ashamed of her nudity, right? There's a difference between like raunchy nudity and like, I don't know, this like just honoring your body. I don't know, I see a difference in it. But I guess some people wouldn't see a difference in it, right? You're being guided by your angels to connect with the powerful energy of desire at this time. If you have recently set an intention to explore your sexual side or become more sexually open, the fire of desire can burn away any old setbacks that are preventing you from expressing that part of your nature. If you are in a relationship, this card can indicate a great spiritual and sexual connection. Ooh, interesting. So, let's put this back over here. What's interesting about that is I'm seeing this marriage of sun and moon, a great connection, a passionate connection, right? I love it. And look at those gold wings here. So Christ consciousness energy. And look at all these like tattoos all over, like these weird spiral tattoos. They're barely visible. They're almost like a little bit translucent. So I'm seeing this as the divine masculine energy because we got the masculine symbol here. And so I'm seeing this very passionate masculine energy. Right? Right. A lot of copper, a lot of receptivity, receptive energy. So I'm seeing telepathy. Another X in his chest too. Look at a lot of X. A lot of X's. And the song that came through was XX. So that can mean X's or sobriety. Okay, moving on. We had these two. I love it. So we got the two elephants here. I'm hearing memory, remembering. So I have been hearing remember. I need to slow down. I'm seeing the lay, getting laid. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. You're transforming. There's a bright future happening, right? You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings about great blessings. So I see this whole situation that's happening right now as a blessing in disguise versus some people who will see this as like the end of the world, right? So I'm trying to see the positive in the situation. And so this is asking you to see the positive because it's a positive transformation. I'm seeing, this looks like Sedona, Arizona to me, or like this looks like the Red Rocks. But see the dirt here? She's emerging from the dirt, like kind of like a lotus flower, which is interesting because Lakshmi is all of the lotuses. She's got 2 lotuses on her hands. So I'm definitely seeing Reiki. Look at all 3 of them. Their hands are prominent. I don't know if you could see that. All 3 have their like hands being open to receive and give. And transforming, right? She went through a tremendous amount of dirt and mud to transform into this beautiful butterfly. Being in the cocoon is painful, you know? Your body just melts away and you transform. And transformation can be painful sometimes, but mind over matter. When you sit in a meditative state, it's mind over matter, like bending spoons, like Uri Geller bending spoons. A lot of like, Navy SEALs, I don't know why this is almost like a past life memory of like singing music to help get you through pain. If you're being, tortured or anything like that, you're put in a situation where you're being, taken advantage of or whatever. If you sing, that raises your vibration. It almost takes you out of the pain. It's a painful experience. I'm hearing sing music. So this is the Kachina doll as well. Oh, let's get this back over here. This is the Kachina doll. So I'm going to actually read both of these. Lakshmi. So once again, we got the elephants here representing compassion. And look at Radiant Moon of Compassion. So we have a lot of compassion. Maybe you're having compassion for the masculine and the feminine energy. Maybe you're having compassion for others. It's time to be compassionate. I think right now a lot of people are judging others and, the race wars and, all this division and separation, and realizing that we are all one. It's time to start coming together as one. We are all one humanity. This whole separation thing is an illusion. And some people can't see that. It's very heartbreaking. Oh, look at that. So we got money, property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Look at that. So money's coming in, and I'm seeing a boat here, a boatload of money, because look, we got Lakshmi, who is all about money coming in, right? And we got December. So December, something about a boatload of something in December, or a boat in December. We're going to start with Lakshmi real quick. You and your loved ones will be protected and provided for. Let go of any bag lady fears about your future. Hold positive thoughts and intentions. Know that you'll always have your needs met, now and in the future. Don't worry about money, but instead visualize abundance. Yes, I keep telling people that. You don't say, I want money. You just visualize yourself in abundance. You just visualize that you're always taken care of. Right? And this is letting you know you're going to be taken care of. There's a bright future ahead, and we just need to focus on the light. And then we've got Butterfly Maiden, who is the Hopi, Native American Kachina spirit, and she's also about healthy and bountiful harvests. She's also about transformation, letting go of old. Don't worry about these changes. They're truly for the best. Don't be concerned about endings, as they're bringing in the new for you. Your prayers have been answered. So your prayers have been answered. All these cards are saying the exact same thing. Prayers being answered, bright future ahead. And we have to just hold that vision. And I'm seeing it through the third eye. Holding that vision of the future that you see. I've seen it. I've already seen it. So I keep holding that vision of what I saw, of love overcoming everything. I've seen that. So maybe that's just my vision. But we all create our reality. So that's what I'm seeing. And so that's interesting. And I love this. It looks like a stained glass window. Beautiful. She's beautiful. And Lakshmi, I'm seeing this, there's the sun again. Don't let the sun go down on me. So the elephants represent compassion, but they also represent memory and remembering past lives, remembering the past. And thinking about it in fondness, right? And I'm seeing all this water and this reflection of the sun on the water, the sun reflecting back. So I'm seeing mirroring happening, reflecting back, and I'm seeing the lotus flower. Once again, they both represent emergence. So money and inheritance coming through. The boat, there's a lot of sun energy, a lot of sun. I'm seeing a sun. A sun is coming. And something in December. 12. Okay, moving on to the next one. Oh, this goes over here. Fly, it's time to fly. So, now we got Radiant Moon of Compassion, number 23. Again, freedom, adventure, transformation, magic. Seen a lot of magic happening. Making magic with people, co-creating with others. And here's a dark woman, dealings or relationships with a tan complexion or dark hair. So you're working with somebody who has a darker complexion, a tan complexion, or maybe that's what you are envisioning or you're transforming. I'm not sure, but darker woman. And so radiant compassion. So Kuan Yin sits upon a radiant moon of compassion, pouring forth the spiritual strength needed for you to liberate yourself from lower vibrational energies of fear and judgment. This is what all this was talking about, right? Letting go of petty drama, people's judgments, fears. Let that be theirs. That's not yours. And move yourself into the vibration of freedom, love, and peace where you naturally belong. You're being urged to use this power now to grow spiritually and free yourself from a situation or environment that could draw you down. So maybe you're in a situation or environment that is going to just continually keep bringing you down, and it's time to leave that situation, leave those relationships, leave those friendships. It's time to leave them behind and move in the direction that you need to go, right? And look, she's got the halo, that Christ consciousness energy. She knows. You know what you need to do. It's a matter of having faith that you will be protected and guided in the direction that you need to go. And you're getting a lot of messages in music. So follow those signs. Don't let self-doubt bring you down, right? And it says compassion does not mean becoming a doormat or indulging in the emotional sufferings or manipulations or games that others may seek to play. You see this, right? You go online and there's somebody who is the victim, or and they don't look at their own empowering themselves. I'm guilty of that at times. I've been in situations where I just feel like I'm just being beat down, and it's easier to just talk about it, right? But if you're talking about it to empower yourself, great. But if you're just talking about it to wallow in misery, then no. And so unless you're talking about it to create answers, that's great. If you're talking about it to just gain sympathy or whatever, then maybe you need to work on the martyr complex. So think about why you're sharing. If it's to help understand yourself, yes, share. I always say that. Tell people to share, but share from a place of empowerment versus a place of victimhood. Forgive yourself for that. Moving on. So we got rose quartz forgiveness. So we got 7 and 7 here. 7 is all about the truth will set you free. So it's about truth, spirituality, introspection, forgiving yourself. I'm seeing forgiveness, forgiving others, forgiving yourself, forgiving people that you may be mad at, friends, neighbors, etc. So rose quartz, and I got rose quartz right here for that. I love it. Cobweb. So you're protected from negative forces beyond your control. You are protected. So no need to feed the demons. No need to feed the trolls, right? Don't feed them. They want to see you react. So rose quartz is all about forgiveness, self-love, anger and stress, heart and throat chakra communication. So communicating from your heart. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like if you're, let's say you're posting something on Facebook. If you're communicating from your heart because you're being vulnerable and sharing because you're being vulnerable, that's a great thing, because you're sharing, you're releasing it, you're letting go, and you're trying to find solutions to that problem, right? So it's okay to share. But if you're just sharing to just bring people down and bring people in drama and etc., what good is that doing? This is also about healing father issues, purification and cleansing. I'm kind of hungry. I think I'm going to take a break and eat. I had to take a little break. So I'm back. I had to take a break during rose quartz. I got hungry. So sorry guys. Okay, so where was I? I had to go back to the video, and it was talking about father energy. The rose quartz representing the father energy, which is very interesting because we got a marriage card over here. You know, a father gives away the daughter, right? Father energy overseeing a marriage. Okay, and more flowers. We have a lot of flower energy. If you look at, even if there's cobwebs there, there's still flowers there. And just because the cobwebs surround the flower doesn't make it any less beautiful. And this reminds me of, if you look closely, most Catrinas, the Dia de los Muertos face painting has a cobweb that goes down the center of the forehead, surrounded by flowers. So I love that. The cobweb, Dia de los Muertos. So you're protected from negative energy. This union, this marriage, this connection is protected. And I say marriage as like, a marriage could be anything. A marriage is, it just means two things coming together, right? The marriage, you know, like, you know, if you're cooking, when you're cooking something, they're like, marry the flour with the butter or something, you know, you put it together. So a marriage could be any partnership that comes together. I see it as a positive partnership, something with love and passion, right? Okay, so in rose quartz, and so, yeah, it's a very high vibrational crystal. To me, it always represents the higher heart chakra, the 5D energy of that blissful energy of like, the world is burning around me, but I'm surviving. The fire inside me burns brighter. So I'm staying in my bubble. And I see bubbles. I see a lot of bubbles. There's a lot of bubbles everywhere. And I'm seeing this pastel blue color here. So communication, communicating love from a higher place. Communication. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to put the cobwebs up. I'm putting all this over here just so I have easy access to it. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Now we're moving to spirit quartz. I love spirit quartz. I love the energy of spirit quartz. I, however, do not own a spirit quartz. I've been looking for a spirit quartz. I have yet to find one. So if anybody sees one anywhere online, send me a link. So we're seeing music here, right? I was talking about communication. I was talking about journaling. I was talking about writing earlier. I saw writing something, you know, personal, something from your heart, something heartfelt. And so we're going to get to spirit quartz here. And we were talking about the synchronicities between, oh, look at, wait a minute. Wasn't there, look at, oh yeah, look at a dark woman and a dark man coming together. So I'm not, like dark, like tan. I'm seeing like a nice, beautiful tan color. That's so interesting that came through. Wow. Very interesting. Okay, so this man in music, dealings in a relationship with a man with a dark complexion or dark hair. Okay, so, and the woman also, dark hair. Open to your natural gifts, talents, and passions related to music and sound. So I'm seeing sound, singing bowls, vibration, tuning forks, toning, singing, kalimba. I'm seeing like ding, ding. I'm hearing that song by Polyphia. It's called GOAT, Greatest of All Time. The beginning of that is a very, like a church. It's like in a church. Ding, ding, ding. That song's been coming through a lot. Actually, that song came through twice yesterday. It's very interesting. Greatest of all time. Goat. So something about goats. Okay, open you to the music of the cosmos, reconnects you to the fairy realm and nature spirits, to a sense of magic. So it's a very magical spirit quartz. Balances the chakras and energy field, creating well-being, invokes inspiration and balance. So it's being inspired by the muse. I keep saying the muse. Anything could be your muse, right? You can see a tree and that'll be your muse. Or you could see your pet and that'll be your muse. It doesn't have to be a female. Aligns to pure joy and freedom that is your divine birthright. So it says, the spirit quartz share with you that music is a very important aspect of your healing and life at the present. Music is one of the most powerful healing vibrations within the universe. It transcends the mind and penetrates deeply into the heart, bringing all types of people together in this creative expression of love. It is time to invite more music into your life. Dance and allow the music to fill every single cell of your being with joy and happiness. Open and receive as the musical crystals play their healing sounds and songs, and feel yourself awakening to new depths. Feel the harmonic tones soothing your soul, gently guiding you back to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Listen, play, sing, and work with music in all areas of your life, and allow it to activate, heal, and inspire you. Feel it open new doorways within you, allowing you to express yourself. If you've been thinking about pursuing a music career, this card has shown up today to share with you that it is the perfect path for you to embark upon. And a music career could be anything. It could be creating your own music, any type of like meditation music. Yeah, music is just amazing. And toning. Something about toning. Toning. Right, beautiful. It's a beautiful crystal, and I'm seeing all this lavender color, so definitely seeing the crown chakra activation. Look at these beautiful, look at that. Both of these are about magic, spirit quartz and the kite. They're the exact same meaning, and they say the exact same thing about hidden messages in music. There's hidden. What is hidden? Hidden medicine in music. Music is medicine, and it transcends all space and time, right? So I always get messages from spirit, and it inspires me. Like, everybody thinks that the cards are what inspires me to create, but it's actually the music that inspires me to create. It's sitting and listening to the songs while I shuffle that inspires me. And then everything else follows. It's almost like a divine alignment. Like, the energy is flowing with the music, and then the cards come through. And it's a beautiful symphony of creation. Create your own symphony. And so I'm seeing, so look at this. So rose quartz is all about loving yourself, right? Loving and you don't believe that your music is good enough to share with others. You don't believe this dark man with the dark hair, or tan man with the dark hair. You don't believe that your music is good enough, but I see a very bright future in it. All you got to do is ignite your passion. Look at this guy. You know, he's got that energy. He's got that passion. I see a lot of dragon energy. Dragon, it could be the year of the dragon, 1976, but I'm seeing dragon energy and dragonfly. I know this is a regular fly, but I'm seeing a dragonfly energy. Okay, so we're going to move on to the self-worth card, and immediately, this is the Sacral Chakra, so your ability to create. So definitely seeing that. I've already said it like 5 times already. And I usually don't repeat things unless it's like, I need to get the point across, right? And I keep running out of breath when I'm trying to talk. I love it. So look at this. So I'm seeing like the icebergs are melting for some reason, because look at how that heat is coming through. And it's almost like the icebergs melting, like Alaska. I'm seeing like Iceland. I'm seeing like Greenland. I'm seeing like the ice melting away. Seeing the water all around it. But I'm seeing the purity of, you don't realize how, all this snow, right? Each snowflake is unique, and you don't realize just how unique you are and how unique what you're doing is. Whatever it is you're doing, whether other people are doing it too, you should do it. Like, if you're thinking of doing meditation music, but you're like, well, everybody already else does meditation music, why am I going to do? It's like, but you have your own energy and your own imprint. I'm seeing an imprint, like hand imprints. You have your own imprint on it, so you do how you want it. I love the little Eskimo girl there. But Sacral Chakra is all about creativity and releasing shame and guilt. And I know that a lot of shame and guilt was coming through over here as well. And this is also has to do with like the COVID stuff, being shamed and guilted for not wearing a mask or all that stuff. That all needs to stop. The judgment, all this, because guilting and shaming somebody into doing something is not going to make them change. This is something that they need to do on their own. And all that you're doing is lowering your own vibration by doing that. So, not necessarily you, but I'm saying people in general that are out there guilting people. Do not guilt people into following, right? How does a dictator get people to follow them? They do that. They guilt them, or, they force them. And the mark of a great leader is somebody who can inspire others to follow just by being themselves. And I always say that. And something about this mug keeps it keeps calling me back over there with the dragon energy, burning away things that no longer serve you, burning shame and guilt into the light, into the fire. But I'm seeing a mug, somebody drinking from a mug. This is a special mug. Maybe this mug was a gift, but I'm seeing this beautiful mug, or a tankard mug. Beautiful mug. A gift. We're going to get to self-worth now. And something about, April. Okay, so this is nothing to do with actual April, which can still be, self-worth, spring, something happening in the spring. Maybe a spring concert or a spring event, but I'm seeing spring. And I'm seeing the cherry blossoms. And the cherry blossoms represent celebration. So I was seeing celebration over here with the winged seer and all this energy, the Lady de la Muerta. I was seeing a celebration happening. So something about a celebration, and the cherry blossom is beautiful. It is one of my favorite trees. One day I will have my own cherry blossom tree. But immediately what I'm seeing, it kind of looks like lightning when it's this way, and I'm seeing two lungs. So definitely seeing breathing, some breathing stuff. And this represents a celebration of life. The cherry blossoms usually represent when, you're celebrating somebody who has passed on. You celebrate with them. Maybe that's this tankard, giving a toast to the people that are not here to experience these events with us, celebrating with them, even though they have passed on. And I'm seeing this as also people that died way before their time. Cherry blossoms, they're very fast. They bloom quickly, and they die at their peak. So, this came through over here with the other card, with the Lady de la Muerta's card, talking about somebody who died young. They had everything going for them, and they were finally where they wanted to be at their peak, and then they died. So a lot of people, when they finally reach that apex, they are done here, and they move on, because they can no longer do anything else while they're here. So they move on to an ascended path. I don't know why that's coming through, but I'm seeing cherry blossoms, and I love cherry blossoms, and they're gorgeous. In my children's book Dracula, I wanted his house to be lined with like willow trees and cherry blossoms, the droopiness and darkness of a willow tree, and then the vibrancy and the beauty of this beautiful cherry blossom, representing the yin and the yang, and the marriage of yin and yang, and the marriage of the dark and the light coming together to create something beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to move on to, I'm going to leave this right here. Freedom! Freedom. Look at that. Oh, wow. They look very similar. It looks like a daisy. Oh, look at. So that's the center, and there's 1, 2, 3. This is almost the same exact card. Freedom. And I know, especially when people think of marriage, they think your freedom is gone. But if you marry somebody that is free with you, magic and adventures ensue. If somebody who loves to be, free and travel and be adventurous, it's like a marriage can be a beautiful thing. It's all about what you think about it. Some people will think that you are tying somebody down and you got an anchor on them, but some people see it as a joyful adventure. So it's all about how you see things. I have a lot of friends that are divorced and they're like, don't get married. Don't ever listen to another person tell you from their experience, marriage sucks, blah, 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 blah. Then you're living for them, right? You always have to experience your own journey. So we got freedom. Oh my God, the star! Guaranteed success with the freedom. And look at this, looks so similar. Whoa, that's so beautiful. And look at the Kaban also has the star lighting at the top. Oh, I'm so excited right now because if you guys have been watching, the star has been coming through in almost every reading that I do, something about a star. And this goes very much with the victory card over here, right? Look at that beautiful victory coming through. Look at her beautiful white dress. Look at that dress. And she's like overlooking nature and this beautiful sea and there's the sun peeking through. The sun is peeking through even though, you know, it looks very hazy and cloudy. The sun's peeking through, making sure that you know it's there. And look at that, it's beautiful. I love that. It looks like an arrow, like hitting the target, like hit the target. Beautiful. But it could also look like this way. It looks like a little bear ears, a little nose, and a little mouth. It looks like a little bear. Bear with me. The energy of freedom, oh look at it, it's page 69, which when I see 69, that's the yin yang to the marriage coming together. Beautiful. The energy of freedom helps us reach our own freedom. We often search for freedom outside ourselves, which causes us to feel locked up and stuck. Freedom has nothing to do with circumstances surrounding us. It's an emotion we can only find within ourselves. Yes, you are free, even though the world outside tells you that you're not. Yes, in the U.S. you really can't travel outside of the U.S., but that's going to change and we're going to be free again. Because we got a lot of freedom here. So you are free. Free to roam, free to do. And I love these little stars. Look at all the little like stars that are there. And I'm seeing this as so the root chakra and the crown chakra was letting go of the fears and just jumping in, taking a leap of faith and just jumping in to this beautiful light in the center right there. Look at that. So beautiful. Okay, and then we got Kaban. Saban, Kaban. I love this. So I love this. Always love the spirals. They always remind me of growth, leveling up. And what is 99? You know, when I see 999 or 1010, to me that's leveling up. Like 999 is the final stage, the final level. And 1010 is the level up. So, and this reminds me of my awakening. I always talk about this. It was like every chakra lit up like from the root all the way up to my crown, like do 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 do, and then this light was around me that was extraordinary, almost felt like an explosion within. And this is the chakra. Look at the colors, you know, and all this Kaban. Okay, let's see what Kaban means here. Oh, and if I recall correctly, 2 cards came through for this. So we got a dog. So something about a dog, a close-up of a dog, maybe a close-up photo of a dog, and that came through in my last reading as well. If you guys recall, I was seeing a painting of a dog, like a sketch, like somebody sketched a little dog, and here it is again. Pleasure with a close friend. And then we got the bat, and this is interesting because it says take care, enemies are working against you, but you are divinely protected, so you cannot be touched. It's almost like a high vibratory frequency that cannot be touched. Even if they wanted to reach in, it's like they would burn their hand. Like they can't even touch it. It's like, oh, it's vibrating too high, too fast. Them trying to put their hand in this vibration will just disintegrate it. So they can't touch it. They can't reach the star. But I'm also seeing it as bat, like a dog. My friend has a dog named Bats, so I'm seeing bats. Little bats right here. And you know, bats are nocturnal, and as we were talking about Dracula, like it reminds me of vampires, right? And shape-shifting. So the ability to shape-shift. Bats get a bad rap, you know, the people call them bloodsuckers and all that stuff, but they're just living their little best life. And you know, there's so much great symbolism regarding the bat, and then them sleeping upside down. Reminds me of the movie The Lost Boys. Anyway, we're gonna get to Kaban here. So, Kaban is all about the earth force. And it's all about centeredness, synergy, synchronicity, earth force, galactic alignment. It's the Earth Keeper. Clue tracking. So clue. There's some clues. What are these clues trying to tell you? So it's the number 17. It represents rainbows, which are the promises. Promises fulfillment. So wish fulfillment. Promises fulfilled and wish fulfillment. That's what... So there's a promise here. A promise and there's a wish fulfillment. I'm going to put this over here with a little doggy in the bat. There's a little dog coming through and a little bat. A white lion and a whale. So the whale is one of the oldest mammals on the planet, and it has these healing sounds. So I was hearing healing sounds. So maybe like making music with like whale sounds or dolphin sounds in the background, like a layer, like layered in there to where it's almost so low that you cannot consciously hear it, but subconsciously you can hear it. Fuchsia, and oh my god, the flower essence is corn. If you guys have been watching my readings, you know this corn has been coming through. That's my dad. So a lot of father energy. That's if my dad's coming through this reading. Somebody's father is coming through in this reading. So the shadow wisdom of this, so the direction is east, the element is earth. The direction, or the shadow wisdom is focusing on past and future, not being in the present moment, over-interpreting signs, symbols, dreams and visions, jumping to conclusions, non-identification with earthly existence. So jumping to conclusions, over-interpreting signs, symbols, and dreams and visions. This is key for this card here. So the shadow transformation is be centered in the present moment. Observe without drawing conclusions. Allow the larger pattern to emerge. Remember your choice to come to Earth in this unique time of transformation. And the harmonic wisdom is the tone. So right next to music. Bright future in music. And that's so awesome. You know, in their well-intentioned desire to find meaning and purpose, those in the shadow of Kaban often tend to over-interpret or draw conclusions. Have you ever become lost in the mind, coloring or bending information to fit your own mental concepts? This can limit the larger meaning. Simply allow the meaning of the painting to emerge naturally from each small brush stroke. Yes! So sometimes drawing or painting without having an actual goal can allow things to just unfold in a beautiful, beautiful way. So learn to be a keen observer of feelings. Be aware of how you may interpret particular signs, symbols, dreams, and visions. Be attentive to all sensory data that may apply to the larger truth. And another shadow of Kaban can be seen in those who seem to have a difficult time identifying with planet Earth. So are you over-identified with yourself as a star being, an alien, or a walk-in? Accept your present physical vehicle and circumstance. Oh my god, if you guys watched my last reading, I was talking about that. I don't know why that came through. The star seed, right? Almost saying like, you are here on Earth. Yes, your soul may have incarnated in various other places, but you need to embrace, look at the star, you need to embrace now, here on Earth, this beautiful Earth that we are on. So it says, perhaps you have come from another place to assist during this time. Perhaps you have not had much experience with the energies and densities of Earth. If you suspect that this is true, meditate on a unique opportunity you came to experience on planet Earth. So meditate on why if you're trying to figure out why you're here, meditate on it. It will come. There's new doors opening to knowledge, wisdom for you. So be sacramentally rooted where you are now to receive many gifts of the present moment. Sit in a relationship with the energies of Earth as a shaman would sit in the forest. So definitely meditate. Definitely go ground your feet in nature. From this place of centeredness, magical happenings spring, magical happenings spring, and synchronicity abounds, helping you to access clues to the cosmic puzzle. The cosmic puzzle. We are all just a little piece in the cosmic puzzle, and when we come together, the bigger puzzle emerges. I just love that. I'm so glad that I took the break to have a little snack after rose quartz, because I'm feeling there's a different energy moving through. Once I got to the rose quartz, it's this like new vibrant energy. Okay, so now we're gonna get to and here once again we're seeing the sun. Look at all the sun. So the Son and the Father. This is beautiful. And you know what's interesting is the Christ consciousness energy, the light shining on. Look at that. Beautiful. This looks like a it almost looks like a semen. Sperm. Whoop. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I love this. Archangel Metatron. You guys know, love Archangel Metatron. I literally just commented about Archangel Metatron to my friend Gray yesterday. We were talking about sacred geometry and the patterns of, patterns and stuff. And it's interesting because he posted a photo and it was a watermelon and it looked like that. Like he cut the watermelon and there was a pattern in the watermelon that looked just like this. This is interesting. I'm gonna have to share this with him. You are blessed to receive this card, for the mighty universal angel Metatron, who is coordinating the ascension of the planet, is touching you. He is illuminating your aura with his golden orange light as he works with your stellar gateway chakra. Yes, the stellar gateway, guys. This is the stellar gateway right here. Boop, 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 boop. And then your ability to just multi-dimensional jump. Your message is to relax and allow Metatron's wings to enfold you. Ask to visit him at his ascension retreat in Luxor during meditation or sleep so that you can receive his guidance. This may come as a thought, a whisper, or a feeling. Guys, if you guys watch the music portion, Patience by Guns N' Roses, I said something about a whisper. Here it is. When you ask sincerely for help on your ascension journey, Metatron will open new doors for you and guide you. The affirmation is, I attune to Archangel Metatron today. So, Metatron, we ask sincerely for you to help us on our ascension journey. Thank you. And number 9, so the completion of a cycle. I'm seeing that 9, that stellar gateway opening up. So beautiful. Wow, I got this like whole new pep in my step. And you don't even know. Look at the star. There's the star, guys. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I love Kite. It's the magic messenger. This is crown chakra opening up. Stellar gateway. I'm seeing stellar gateway. Number 7. So we got 34, which to me is building a solid foundation based on your creative ideas. So, and also communicating and teaching. Spirituality. So something spiritual. You're helping you're helping the spirit of humanity. That's what I'm hearing. Oh my gosh, guys. Look. A romance, a celebration, or a party. Look at that. Oh, you guys. There's another fan. You're looking out for the signs, guys. Oh my goodness. A romance, celebration, or party. I'm just really excited right now because look at that beautiful purple color that matches it perfectly, and this beautiful fan. So, being a fan of something. I'm your biggest fan, type of like energy, like, so your biggest cheerleader, I'm hearing. So like the marriage from my biggest cheerleader, my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. It's so beautiful. Okay, so, this is one of my favorite decks. My boyfriend that passed away, Mikey, he gifted me this deck. I had always been into like oracles and tarots, and I stopped for years, I'd say probably 10 years. And he gifted me this deck for Christmas, and I jumped back into it. It was a numerology deck, which was very interesting because, that's my thing. So magic messages exist all around you. They are spiritual signs and confirmations from the universe. These messages may appear to you in cloud formations, recurring numbers, animal encounters, or even in the media. Today, Kite is asking you to pay attention to the clues that appear and stay open to the infinite supply of magic that exists all around us. Should you be seeking an answer or clear insight, ask Kite your question. Then notice, acknowledge, and take action on the information you receive. These messages are sacred signs that are divine in nature. The spirit realm is excited to participate in your journey with you and is always ready to collaborate on your life's visions and dreams. Oh, I love that. And this is my favorite card in the deck, the Kite. It's just, so you probably were seeing a lot of white birds flying around. You might find white feathers on your path. It's about introspection as well, going inward. And then when we go inward, we have that time to silence the mind, and that allows for new information and synchronicities and all these things to happen around us. And the fan. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh, I'm so excited about this. You don't even understand. 2 fans. 2 fans. This is so crazy. So exciting. Number 3. Yay! We're getting a lot of 3 energy. So a lot of I always call it the feminine and the masculine coming together, creating the 3rd energy. That's when they come together, they create this other energy, and it's this beautiful, amazing energy. The oneness. And so we got the 0, which we were talking about, the omega. So the alpha and the omega, right? The mother and the father, the spirit and the earth. Omega. And spirit coming through, spirit communication, the F word, forgiveness, freedom, right? What other F words can you think of? Frankie. My little pup. So, oh my goodness, light-hearted, carefree time. A jug. Look at, so we got a jug, and then we got this tankard, like a mug. So a jug and a mug. A jug and a mug. I love it. It's this beautiful jug, but with a beautiful vase, and it's got flowers on it too. More flower patterns here. So when you pour from the jug, it's like, you're pouring of yourself. The F word. Nobody likes the F word, but the dude sees forgiveness through a different pair of glasses. He knows that everything is going to turn out fine in the end, and that holding on to negativity and old wounds is just postponing the inevitable. Your success is a done deal. Your bliss is gonna happen. The F word is the place to start. Let it go. Forgive, forget, and follow the yellow brick road. OMG, follow the yellow brick road to Emerald City. Emerald. The emerald tablets. And the yellow brick road, I see that the Christ consciousness. See, this is like yellow here, that gold energy, right? When you follow that, your passion and it's gold. It's like alchemy. Follow your passions. It creates this alchemy. And I love these flashes of like electricity. And yeah. And then finally we got, oh my gosh, look at it. So we got 34, and then we got 334. 34. So 3434. Wow. Foresight. I'm seeing foresight. With this, I'm seeing foresight. Look at these patterns and symbols. This beautiful mosaic. This like mandala. And it's beautiful. Look at it. The same leaves. So you're leaving things behind. Because you got the leaves on here as well. Leaving things behind and moving into something new. You're transitioning. You're making a transition. And you're building a solid foundation for the future. This is stability. This is something stable. This is something loyal. This is like 4 legs on a table. Like, this is stable. I can put as much as I can on this. And it's safe to build from here. So this is beautiful. And it looks like it's a pool. Like the bottom of a pool. When you dive into a pool. But I love all these symbols. I'm going to put that here. Look at these beautiful symbols. So I'm seeing this like this turquoise. I love this. These are 2 of my favorite colors right here. This like kind of like seafoam green. That's my favorite color. These kind of like 2 mixed together. And then we got this beautiful like purple color. Purple prince. So we've got the higher throat communication right here is what I see that as, and then I see the crown chakra opening up. So you are communicating wisdom from source is what I'm seeing. A divine inspiration coming through the crown, vocalizing it, putting it down on either paper or something viable that another person can get. Vocalizing or paper or however you communicate it, however you express it. I'm seeing like expression coming out of the throat, like things flying. Okay, so transition. I'm not done. Here we go. Oh my gosh, guys, the gong, an exciting event. Holy crap, guys, what is going on? We got an exciting event. We got romance, a celebration, a party. There's an exciting, look at the rings, marriage. Somebody's sounding the gong. So once again, the gong is music. To me, it's like when you sound a gong, it reverberates, right? And it clears the energy out. That's why music is so powerful. But I'm seeing a celebration. So transition, number 4, we talked about it. It's the teacher. Number 4 is the teacher number. Teaching others what you know. Creating yourself, but also teaching others. So maybe you're teaching others what you already know about something, right? Maybe you're already really good at something. You have knowledge in something, and you're teaching others that. Do you find it difficult to let go of the past? The transition card carries the energy of 3 fire letters and 2 master symbols of realization and reunification. Wow, look at guys. Fire. There's another fire right there. Passion. So, okay, let's start again. Carries the energy of 3 fire letters and 2 master symbols of realization and reunification to help you find balance between your past, present, and future. These subliminal patterns represent the road to yourself, the goals you have ideally chosen for your life, and the path that you actually take. No matter the detours or the choices you make, your actions will always lead you back to this very first intention. The purpose of your incarnation always leads you back to this very first intention, which is the purpose of your incarnation. So clear the baggage of the past and don't worry about the future. Now is the time you are writing your story, the one that did not exist yesterday, and that will be hopefully tomorrow's best memory. So you are starting something new today. It didn't exist yesterday. Today it exists, and it's a new story, and it's a best memory, and it's an exciting event, and it's just beautiful. I'm just getting this very just happy, the world ahead. And something about this hat, I don't know why I was guided to pull the hat again. So you're playing a different role now. So maybe if you're getting married, maybe you're a wife, you're a husband now. You're a different role. A teacher you're now. A father now. A mother now. I'm getting teacher though. A lot of teacher energy. Okay, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really did. At the beginning, I was very winded, maybe because I hadn't eaten yet, and I was kind of just a little low on energy. And then I took a break and had a little lunch and came back, and the second energy wave was just, oh wow. I'm just really happy. Got this really happy star energy, hope. I'm seeing hope. I'm feeling a lot of hope. A lot of faith in humanity. As much as everybody seems to say screw everybody and everybody's angry and everybody's this, I gotta stay in my bubble. I keep seeing bubbles. Stay in your bubble. Look at all these bubbles. There's a lot of bubbles everywhere. A happy bubble. You stay in your happy bubble. Let everybody be angry and fight it out. You have to inspire others. Lead by example. That's what I'm hearing. Lead by example, and walk through that gateway. Look at this new beginning, this gateway, victory, marriage is coming or has already happened. Compassion for others, bright future, lots of passion, forgiveness, unconditional love, music. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you guys so very much. I hope this resonated for somebody out there, and I'm so very, very grateful. Don't focus on the haters I'm hearing don't focus on the haters, because they're on their own journey. Focus on the people that just are just supporting you. Focus on those people. Okay, everybody, namaste.